Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina. I am so happy to be here with you today and crafting. I'm back from vacation and waiting for me when I came back was a bunch of our kits that we are launching on the 21st of May. 2025 is when this video is being done. But this one here I'm really excited about. Okay, the title for this one is I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. And I love this. I think this one is going to be, when you see this come together, homecoming, prom, going dress shopping. It has all the things, or maybe just a shopping spree. Also, shopping for new school clothes. It covers that. It has a little bit of a teenage kind of vibe when it comes together for me. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. I did a little bit of work ahead of time. I'm going to bring in all the embellishments and all that we have for this kit in a few. Let's get some pieces down. Whoops. All right. So I'm going to start by working on my right side. Now, my paper, that's Lagoon paper. That paper is the light side up. All right. I'm gonna, for the base pages. And then I have the dark side up for all the pieces on the layout, just to add more dimension, more colors, more all the things. All right. I love this mini dot. It really brings in the circle, 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 and you're going to see that I'm going to be bringing in some more of that as we go. Let's get some foam tape on this. Yes, I could save foam tape doing less. It's true, but you know what? I'm gonna try to save time on this. Let's see if I got it flat. Sometimes I pull it too tight and it won't go flat. All right, here we go. And I want that all the way at the top of this 11.5 by 11.5. And then this is just an 11.5 by 11.5. Now, one of the things you're going to notice is I did not put foam tape on all of the little points as I did in a prior layout, or scallops, I mean. It will tilt the that scallop piece in a little bit, and I kind of like that look for this layout. Okay. I'm going to use my big adhesive gun just to kind of get started. Okay, for this here, I am going to bring this piece. I am a little more than half of an inch from the side of that white dotted. And I'm going to really try to control myself and not put line everything in black. I love this pink plaid, by the way. I'm making sure I stay away from my left edge over here because I have some paper tucking to do. There we go. Just putting those right up next to each other. And then I have these two pieces here that I would like to paper tuck. And once again, this is an area where part of me wants to do that bordering that I do with my pen, with my marker, my broad tip marker. But I'm going to let it go. Dark side up on this one. Just getting all of these base pieces down. Oh, you know what? I did these backwards. This one is supposed to be at the bottom and this one's supposed to be at the top. Do I think it matters? No, I don't think it's going to make or break. But since I used adhesive that's going to be kind to me with pulling it off, I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. Here we go. I am filming this video just shy of when I also have to go live. I am live every Tuesday, every other Tuesday. I'm on at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I'm on at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so I'm going to put these here. I'm going to be pulling these back just a little bit, but I do want them to come over the edge. I want them to touch everything. I want to go ahead and move to this side and get all my base pieces down as well, just to kind of get that over. Then I can move to my smaller adhesive runner and I have all my pieces down. Same thing on this side that I just did. I'm just going to do the same foam tape. 11.5 by 11.5, quarter of an inch all the way around. 11.5 scallop piece, foam tape. Here we go. I'm going to try not to pull it as tight. That's the real trick. I am heavy-handed when I craft, and so I try to pay attention to that. There we go. all the way up at the top. You can always add more adhesive, but taking away is a whole nother challenge. Okay, there we go. See a little bit right over here, actually. There we go. See? Ta-da! Just adding a little bit since I stay away from the edges. Sometimes I like to put them down. I have a slight pucker right here. I'm going to do just like a little flattening out there. Oh, I can feel the paper in the back. That's why. All right, let's go ahead and there it is. See? Some of it came off. That's okay. We don't care what's behind. All right, so all of the photos on this layout are either 4x6 or 6x4 orientation. And I love that because you just pick your best photos and you're good to go. But the design of this is really made so that you can flip your photos. So a perfect example is on this side. If you wanted to flip your photos because they all go this way, you flip your photos. It's a background piece. And I really love the versatility of this layout. I've made a few of them now, and I really like them. For this one here, we're going to just kind of go equally around the three sides to the right, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other one, the three sides using the left. And the smallest amount will then be in the center. But once again, for this one, rotate your piece if this is the way your photos go. And you have so many embellishments, you would just move those embellishments. All right, you'll see we have lots of embellishments coming in on this one. All right. Let's move these out of the way so I can see. I know these are going to be in here. I like this kind of centered a little here for this one, but I do need to do a little check. Let's pull in which one. This one's kind of tall. Okay, I think I'll go up just a little bit higher because of those embellishments that I'm going to put at the bottom. There we go. All right, so you can see this, the guts of it, if you will, are laying out nicely. This just adds some paper dimension. Paper tucking is one of my all-time favorite things to do. I think it's just always going to be that way. I'm going to tuck this one here at the top. There we go. Okay, it just adds to the layers. All right, in your kit are going to be 2 of these bows. These bows should be named after me at this point. I'm not a person who is overly confident about a tremendous amount of things in life, but I think I have used this bow because I have put it in so many kits and I'm so obsessed with it. I think I've used it more than any person could. I add a little bit of foam tape to each of the sides, just a teeny tiny little piece. And then you just match them up. They fit perfectly on the outsides of both, and you will create a bow that looks like this. And we're going to add a little, there'll be 2 of those. We're going to add some bling to the center of that in just a few. You can see that this layout is coming together very quickly. This should be my last piece that I use, my squeaky wheel one. Here we go. I'll switch over to the smaller one now. Okay, so let's place this first one here. I want it to kind of cross everything, so a little bit here. But another thing you could do is just place them and line them up on the edge. And I kind of like that because one of the embellishments that we have is this little high heel that fits in there perfectly. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that and just line it up to the right. There we go. Do it again. This one was meant to be peeled off, not only because I put the thing upside down, but because I wasn't right up against the edge and you could see some stuff there. There we go. All right, nice, simple, clean. So this is the whole layout when you have it done. All of this is the layout and it is ready to go. This is something that you can put together with a lot of scraps at the end. These pieces here, these base pieces, I want to get you a measurement on that. Okay, so the combination, you would tuck some papers to give it a little bit more, but the finishing of these 2 pieces put together should be 9 1/4 by 9 1/2. So 9¼ by 9½, and you really need those extra papers to tuck under to extend that. Picking up my ruler. Okay, and this one over here is 9⅛ by 6¾ 9⅛ by 6¾ Once again, tucking those papers to show off the other papers that you may have in your collections, as well as adding some dimension and some color to bring everything in. All right, that's the big thing. Everything else doesn't matter, and you can build those in pieces. So for example, I could have a 2-inch piece, a 4-inch piece, whatever is left to get to those measurements. I hope that makes sense. If not, and you have more questions, just leave me a note. All right, so I have this, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, that's going at the top. I'm going to start layering in some of my pieces. You should see all the embellishments that are in this. You're about to. Okay. Super cute. See, it's what I told you. This cute little shopping vibe with all of this is just so cute. Okay, foam tape on a lot of this. I didn't want to do foam tape on the dresses ahead of time, even though I'm going to put some quick foam tape on them and do them small, because I'm going to add to the dresses. So I have a little bit of ribbon from my stash. All right, that's all I have is this little bit of ribbon from my stash. I'm going to go ahead and just put some adhesive on the back of the dress, wrap the ribbon around the back, and then just come right around it with this side. You can grab this right out of whatever you have. It can be so many different colors. I mean, it can be silver, it can be whatever. This one's down a little too far. All right, let's just make sure. Okay, there we go. And when this is done and I want to put something on like this and I want it to stay put, I make I have my wrong scissors. I make like a little, I'm going to say seal. You can do it with washi tape. But if you don't have washi tape, you can do it with just a piece of paper and your adhesive. It keeps everything nice and flat, but then I don't ever have to worry about it coming undone. You're not going to see it. Once again, it's in the back. See that? Just transformed that dress that easily. All right, for the pink one over here, we're going to add one of those bows that I was mentioning. I'm going to use liquid glue. Uh-oh. So I was doing a layout earlier, and I left my glue. I left my glue, the pin out of my glue, so that means my glue is going to be clogged. Might have to grab another one. Let's see what we get. I have good intentions. No, it's definitely clogged. All right, if it's not going to get in there, let's just grab another one. Not my favorite glue, but we're going to grab this one. I like the glue, I just don't like the tip. I do take this when I travel, so I took this on my recent vacation. But once I've had the precision tip, I really do like the other glue better. All right, right there, the little waist of the dress. Dab, dab, let it go. Okay, and then to decorate our final dress, we are going to be adding some little beads across it, giving 3 different looks. All right, let's go ahead and put these on some foam tape. Foam tape. There we go. And we will add some foam tape to the other ones as well. This is black foam tape. It's made to go on black pieces. I'm actually just trying to destash it. I have been destashing a lot of stuff. I'm currently working through trying to make sure that I use one thing out of my stash on every project that I do that isn't a complete kit that I've selected to do. So basically what that means is, if I've chosen to do a workshop or something like that, I may want to make it as is. But if I'm all my scrapbooking, all my card making that is outside of that, I'm 100% using something from my stash each time. I've even created a junk drawer that I can grab things out of nice and easily to put those together. Okay, I'm going to start with the middle one. That way I can just kind of use that middle one to center everything. And since I have these nice pictures that are lined up here, these photo mats, I'm going to make this really easy. This one here, I'm hoping that I was okay to peel the top of the dress off. I may not do that with the other two because they're a little taller. Yeah, I think I'm okay. That one's going to go right there. All right, for these, I'm not going to peel the top. I want this one to go here. So I'm only going to peel the bottom until I get my pictures on. Then after I get my pictures on, I normally just kind of put my tweezers up there or my pokey tool. And then I add those. Oh, these dresses are super cute. Okay. This one here matches. So we have this nice, oh, I peeled that one. Can always just cover it up. Let's see. I want to try to do it in a way where, I just lost that piece. I'm going to try to do it in a way that maybe I won't be able to see it when the layout is done. Because I'm obviously going to want to photograph it. All right, just peeling the bottom now. I try to photograph these to do the thumbnails for here on YouTube so you can see the project. All right, same thing on this one. So cute. Okay. Really, really like this. This has all the things for me. Okay, there's one more bow, and this bow is to go on the back of the high heel shoe. All right. I might like it, I might not. It was something that I wanted to have as an option. So we're going to lay it on there when we're done and see what we think. All right, we'll put the shoe on. Nice little centering. There we go. And I think that's going to look really cute. Let's go ahead and add that. Just a little bit in the center. There we go. Can twist it a little bit there. Let's get our little, these are all on foam tape, by the way. And I did think about using my marker around these. I'm going to tell you, if you do the marker, please send me a picture. I try to go back and forth on some things, but this one with having the black accents, I really wanted to do that black marker. Let's put this one on first so I can center that little black purse a little bit more easily. Here we go. I want this to be centered in between the two of them and hanging over the plaid so that they're spaced out nicely. That looks super cute. All right, and Barbie. I'm going to put some on this side and some on this side. Now, the Barbie is light and matches the background. All right, I'm going to tuck it kind of right up in there. I'm going to let it go kind of over everything. There we go. And I just left, there's no adhesive here because I just put it on the edges, so I'll be able to slide my photo under there. This is turning out really cute. Okay, I love this idea for, you know, a shopping day together. I really, as I mentioned earlier, I really see, you know, homecoming or a school dance or any of that. This is just super cute. All right, I am going to go with, let me just check my size. I'm wondering if I would have liked, I think I'm just going to do 3, like a little studded kind of belt. There we go. One more. I use the large of that black bling. There we go. Super cute. Okay, so now I want to throw some scattered bling around this layout. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to be just doing the little triangle that I do, which is a big, a medium, and a small. I love this bling. This will be available on my website soon. We're loading everything as fast as we can. Our next upload is this week. I know you guys have been asking me, so yes, it will still only be $1 for the different colors, but we may do some of them in packages for $3. So like a blue assortment, a pink assortment, you would get a dark, a light, and a medium for $3. They're a lot to load individually. All right, up here, same thing, small, medium, and large. I'm just going to keep doing that all over the place. And you have so much bling on these packages that you can put as much as you want. I really love the bling. This is the perfect for this layout. I feel like I really like it. I'm gonna do, let's try one more. I'm not gonna press down too hard just in case if I want to pull them back. I don't. I kind of like them. I'm gonna do another set right here. In between those pictures, just to kind of highlight a little bit, I love the size of this bling, so you really can fit a lot of it in there and add as much as you like. I think that looks great. I'm going to do another set right here. Kind of just like no full points on this one. You know, I didn't try to choose exact locations. There we go. They're more scattered, but with those three all the way around. If you wanted to, you could put bling on every single one of these. You could do whatever you want because once again, you have so much bling in the pack. It's crazy. All right, guys, there it is. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Super cute. Oh, I almost forgot. Got to do our bling in the bows. All right, so it's a large black right in the center. You'll just drop it in. My bow is a little crooked over here. I'm going to have to get over it. All right. And I'll hold that up to the camera so you can see how cute they are once you add that bling. Here we go. Look at this. Let's do this one first. So cute. I would like to see what it would look like being all outlined with the black marker, but I have to say, I love it. The texture that we have on that embossed mini dot paper, all the layers. I love the perfect match on the colors and just bringing in those multiple pink colors. It worked out so good. I love the circles on circles kind of vibe that's going on too. Just so cute and so much fun. We are down we're down to the final for this now tomorrow on Facebook. For me, which this video may post after that, we will have already done the launch, and you can go over to the Creating With You Facebook page. All the information will be in the description if you want to check that video out. I'll make sure that we post it with all the videos that we have, or with all the layouts that we have that are being featured in this month's selection. We're really excited to be on our new schedule for this. It's a long time coming, and I'm just really happy. If you found this video useful, if you liked it, and maybe you were just entertained, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out here in the YouTube community. If you have a question, if I missed a measurement, if you need something, if you're interested in having the accessories file or anything like that, go ahead and leave me a comment. And if I have everything ready to go, I will go ahead and try to put a link in and get that back to you. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for joining me for another scrap-in kit. I love these. These are a core staple to my scrapbooking and what makes me have just a fun, creative, stress-free crafting experience. I love it. I add my pictures later. Sometimes I will sit on my pre-done pages for quite a bit. And guess what? I'm okay with that. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Hope to see you soon.